Hello, welcome back to another one of my videos. I'm Crazy Boy. Today's video title is going to be called Seals. The first thing I would like to talk about is just like the different seals that there are. There are many different types of seals. I only have two examples of seals right now. The first one I have is the seals of Solomon, and also the seals of Moses from the 6th and 7th book of Moses. This is more religious, has a little bit more of a religious undertone. So I mainly just use these seals on my visual candles, like my very religious candles or my saint candles, mainly because it just has it. Sometimes my customers, you know, they kind of really believe in the saints a lot around here, so I'll go along with that and do that for them as well. As you can see, I've actually used some. These will actually be printed out on parchment paper, and they'll usually come out being red, mainly because the ink they use is dove's blood ink. Okay, just to let y'all know about that. Now these are the seals that I personally use myself. These are the seals of Solomon, and actually what these are actually called are the Holy Pentacles. And you know, I've done like a little bit of like, you know, background history on these pentacles, because when I first used them I didn't really do a little research, but now that I have, these seals were actually recognized by the church. These were actually made for magical purposes. Of course now the church doesn't, you know, believe that anymore. But these seals were actually made for the angels, and certain angels govern certain planets. I'm just going to go through some of the sheets of the seals, you know, so you can just take a look and familiarize with them. These are the 5 pentacles of Mercury. These are the 7 pentacles of the Sun. The 5 pentacles of Venus. The 7 pentacles of Jupiter. The 5 pentacles of Mercury. And again, of course, the 7 pentacles of the Sun. And to me, it just amazes me because they've passed the test of time. They have, you know, they have lasted this long for us to use them in our magical purposes. And man, these symbols, if you really look at them, there's a lot of paganism in them. There's a lot. Like for instance, you can see right here, there's Pan right there. Also too, there's other symbolisms of other religious of symbols, like for instance right here is the Star of David, that's actually also used. And these right here I actually have in my book, my Box of Shadows, and these are actually they actually represent Jupiter, these symbols, and I actually inscribed these on pieces of metal to make talismans out of them. So that's kind of cool that they're in here. And these right here, which it's quite amazing because of course you can see there's the pentacle, of course. And also, I've seen this one before. I have a story about this one as well. The fairy star, I'm not too sure. I mean, I've seen something like this, but I think there's 9 points, and I think this has a little bit more, but kind of looks close to it, so that's kind of interesting. And this one right here, I've actually seen in the Wheel of Fortune card for the tarot card. So to me, it's amazing that the person that actually illustrated, you know, the tarot, the Rider-Waite deck, actually had, I mean, of course, had this symbol in mind when they made the Wheel of Fortune card. So again, it's just amazing in how old these symbols are, and how they've pretty much, the symbols have been everywhere in the world. And especially this one down here, which is the symbol of all symbols, you know, the original one, which is the 4 seasons, right? And then of course the cross, which signifies the equinoxes that separate them. So I mean, even that is old itself. So again, you know, very amazing, very beautiful signs as well, like very, very nice. So I really like them. I hope y'all, you know, kind of give them a try. Now I'm going to be talking about how to use them. The seals themselves, of course you get them in sheets like this, and I like to get them because they usually have like instructions of what to do with the seals. But of course, you know, you can cut them out, or you can draw them yourself, however you want to do it. You can put them anywhere. You can put them in mojo bags, you can put them underneath your 7-day candles, you can put them under your regular candles, you can tape them to your 7-day candles. You can inscribe the seals themselves on pillar candles or household candles. You can put these seals underneath your incense burner to magnify the power of your incense, to put a little bit more intent behind it, or put some other types of intent behind it. You can even put these seals in your house. They recommend it for you to put it on top of a windowsill and put a really pretty like paperweight on top of it, so when the sun hits it, it'll be able to activate it more, and it'll get to protect the whole house. I've even seen people that put their stones on top of the seals to charge them more, with more intent of what the stones are used for. I've seen people carry them. They actually put them in their left shoe, and of course through the wear and tear of the seal, it signifies that the seal has already done its job. They throw it away, they can put in another one. And also too, this is an actual yard dressing right here, as you can see. It's two parts. It's oil, it's water and oil. This is boiled rosemary, there's marjoram, and this is olive oil with a couple of drops of violet oil, and there's an actual seal in there. So it's very versatile. You can really do it any which way you want. And this is my reversible yard dressing, which I'll be talking about this in another video. But yeah, so to me it's just amazing how, again, how they've passed the test of time, and they're here for us now, for us to use. And I mean, they're old, they're beautiful, I love them, and the symbolisms are also great. So I'm going to be talking about like how to anoint them and how to activate them. So the one way you can anoint them is with oil, of course, where you would cut out the piece of the seal that you want to use, and you would anoint the four corners of the seal. That's one way you can do it. Another way is to get dry herbs, put it on top of the seal as well, like as to do with a mojo bag. It's almost the same thing. Now to activate it and how you do it. The first thing you're going to do is you're going to put your finger in the middle of the seal. You can use your pointing finger or your middle finger, it doesn't really matter. And what you do is you go counterclockwise from the center out, and you're imagining that you're cleaning the seal. You're getting rid of all negative energies, anything that's been bad on it, or anything that's been put on it, or anything like that, or anybody else who's touched it, and you stop at the top. Then you start going clockwise. Again, showing the seal that you want this for the future, your intent of what you want it to do, and that it belongs to you. And then you stop in the center. And there you go, that's how you activate it. So yeah, the story I have with this pentacle right here, this holy pentacle right here, this one actually makes people open their eyes a little bit more. And I've used this pentacle actually twice. I would actually put it underneath my incense burner, and I would have eye bright burning. Eye bright opens people's eyes a little bit more as well. And I would burn eye bright for about a week, and then after a week, I would this seal would be underneath the incense burner as well. And after a week, I told my mom that I was a pagan, or that I was a witch. And all she told me was, mijo, just as long as you're happy. And that's it. No judgment, no that, oh, it's wrong, or oh, it's bad, nothing. It just really easy and simple and innocent. So it was amazing to me. And the second time I used this was when I was going to come out of the closet and that I was gay. So I mean, not only am I a witch, but I'm coming out to the closet to my mom that I'm also, I'm also gay. So again, I put this underneath the incense burner, and I burned eye bright, to keep her eyes open, not to be so mean, because I've actually heard her say some bad things about gay people, and I thought she wasn't going to take it very lightly, so I did this just in case. And again, same thing, mijo, just as long as you're happy. And that was it. So I was very amazed by this seal. The seal really did help me out. For me, these seals, they're like the first that I've ever practiced anything, so I actually framed them myself. So, they're very personal. There's a little personal thing for me. So yeah, thank y'all for watching. I do get my seals from wisdomproducts.com. They have a whole bunch of other different items from a whole span of different religions. So give that website a try, and see if they work for you. See if they call to you, or if you're fascinated by them, about the symbolisms maybe, or it fascinates you. Give it a try. You never know, it might work for you. Thank you for watching, and blessed be.